On this episode of Diggity, a video game podcast, we discuss what we expect from the next Nintendo Direct. We continue to talk about Spider-Man like everyone else on this sweet, sweet earth. And why is my Switch game not saving to the cloud? Let's jump into it. What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 4 of Diggity, a video game podcast. I'm your host, Jeff. As always, with me is the luscious Brody.
What's going on, man?
Not too much, buddy. Great name, by the way.
Yeah, it's sticking.
Yeah,
I'm getting used to it.
Before
It's something.
Before we get into it, we got a couple of little housekeeping items. So one, you can follow us on social media at Diggity Podcast on Twitter. You can follow me personally on Twitter at JeffJZuck, JEFFJZUK. Brody, do you have a personal Twitter or no?
I haven't gotten on Twitter in a very long time.
Okay.
You can follow me on Instagram, though.
Okay, you can follow Brody on Instagram. Give your Instagram handle.
It's at BRODYFULTZ.
There you go. And you can follow Diggity Podcast also on Instagram at Diggity Podcast. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And today's podcast is actually brought to you by Audible. You can get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/Diggity, Diggity. You get access to over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. So head on over to audibletrial.com/Diggity, that's Diggity, to get your free 30-day trial. And with that, I fulfill my obligations.
Yeah.
So
you did good, buddy.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. First shot with Audible on board. I personally use Audible, and I love it. Hell, you don't even need to read to use Audible. It reads for you. That's the whole point. You can't read. I'm sorry for you, but also, second of all, there's technology out there to now read for you. So it's fantastic.
And it's good for the lazy anyway. So.
Well, it's not. I mean, you can just, after you're done listening to our podcast, you get on there, you learn about something weird, Maybe you download the Karma Sutra,
Karma Sutra.
You start thinking about, I wonder if it's on there and how they read that.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
And who reads it. Oh, you know who should read the Karma Sutra on Audible?
Morgan Freeman?
No, Christopher Walken.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the downward dog. The reverse cowgirl. Oh, good God. Anyways, head on over to Audible. So basically, let's just jump into game releases. As we mentioned in the last show, every Tuesday show going forward, we're going to give kind of a weekly update of what's coming out. So on September 11th, we've got Boundless coming to PC and PS4. We also have NBA 2K19 coming to the PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Switch, which is kind of crazy. I never really thought, basketball game on PC. I wonder how many people are actually going to buy that. We have BFF or Die on PC on September 13th. Also on September 13th, we have Mega Aquarium coming to PC. On September 14th, Black Clover Quartet Nights on PC and PlayStation 4. NHL 19 comes out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And the biggest one of them all, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, comes out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One as well on September 14th, which I'm excited for that one. I'm pretty stoked for that game.
Yeah, that should be pretty good.
Yeah, man.
Kind of
Lara Croft.
A little bit of a slow week, but some couple of good ones in there. Some NHL and
Shadow of the Tomb
Raider.
Big one.
No, that's big. That's big.
NHL is big for me. I don't know if I'm gonna buy this NHL though. I kind of do every other now.
Yeah. Isn't it like your Canadian duty? Don't you have to buy it? I think it's required.
It's actually hilarious. My buddy today messaged me. He's like, "Hey, Chell 19 comes out 14th."
Chell.
Everyone calls it Chell. Like Chell 19 comes out on the 14th. You get no. I'm like, I don't know. Not much changes in it anymore. Like it's, they're like now his wrists move even more when stick handle, and it's like, holy crap, man! Like, come on. So I don't know if I'm really gonna pick up NHL 19. I don't think I'm gonna really pick up Madden 19 either. Just kind of, and I don't think I'm gonna get EA access either, which is kind of why I got EA access last time was for NHL and Madden, because like the Madden comes out like 4 or 5 months after like it's pretty much launched. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not very long after at all, but I think I'm kind of over it. I think we talked about it. What was it, last episode or the episode before that, where we were like, well, I don't know. I don't really play Madden by myself. And the only time we play it,
we
is
did
3
chat about
o'clock
that.
in the morning or something stupid. But
You didn't mind NHL though.
No, it was pretty fun. I also didn't play a whole lot of it, but
Yeah.
it's all right. There's so many other things I'd rather be playing right now, honestly.
Like Spider-Man.
Like Spider-Man.
Let's get into it, man. With Spider. Actually, wait. Before Spider-Man, let's talk about something.
Oh boy.
Did my wife beat you in fantasy football, or did you win tonight?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Really?
She better not have beat me.
I don't think she did. I think the Lions, I don't think, did that well tonight.
I'm checking right now.
Are you checking right now?
This is the important news that they came here for.
Riveting. Oh, absolutely. Whether my wife beat you.
I won, buddy.
By
Aaron
like a
Rodgers
long
pulled
shot?
through for me.
Man, I can't believe that. That was insane.
That was nuts.
That was absolutely pure madness. What that man
119 to 106.
A one-legged Aaron Rodgers defeated the Chicago Bears.
Oh god.
Good
Good
lord.
stuff.
Anyways, yeah, Spider-Man. Like everybody
Spider-Man.
is talking about Spider-Man everywhere. Like there is not a freaking website that is not talking about this, and there's a lot of cool, things happening with it. You got people taking a ton of cool photos in the selfie mode, and in the photo mode that are like, I mean, it looks like it's out of like a movie, like a CGI movie. Like it's insane.
It's awesome. I have some really cool ones that I was gonna put up on Instagram, but I'm having trouble getting them from my PlayStation. Because you can't even send a message to yourself anymore. That used to be the easiest way to go about it. You would send a message to yourself,
Right,
and just pull them from there. But you can't even do that anymore, which is kind of dumb. So I'm kind of thinking about sending them to one of my buddies and never giving him any explanation for why. I just send him a bunch of pictures of Spider-Man just so I can download them from there. But
you take any Belfies? Spider-Man sitting on the corner of a
no. But did you see the one where that dude spent a bunch of time taking that picture where he's jumping through the air and it looks like the plane's going straight up Spider-Man's ass?
No, send me that. Are you kidding me?
I gotta find it again.
I haven't seen that.
I was laughing so hard.
What I was stuck.
He said he just spent like 45 minutes. He's like, I'm 45 years old and I just spent over an hour trying to take this picture.
What I was so excited about was the fact they had shirtless Spider-Man in,
Yeah,
Greg
I
Miller.
haven't made it that far yet. I've been
Halloween
doing
party.
so much of the side collectible stuff. So
Right, yeah.
We'll get there eventually. I'll definitely take a screenshot of it if I see it.
You're going to give your review on the Friday show, right?
I'm going to try to. I like I said, I'd like to beat it before I give like a full on review. But
Whoa,
I'm
holy
also
shit.
like, yeah,
Jeez,
I'm
dude.
also trying to go
I don't think the people are
all the
expecting that.
collectibles and stuff. So
I think you'd be okay if you don't have to beat it. My goodness. That's,
all right, fine.
That's holding up
Yeah.
to it, but dang,
We'll do Friday. We'll do Friday. That's
Okay,
fine.
cool.
I can do that. Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna play pretty hard the next couple days, so we'll see how far I can get.
are you sending me this photo? 'Cause please do.
I'll send it. I'll send it to you later. I'll find
right.
it and send it.
That sounds hilarious. So,
It's good stuff,
with Spider-Man, how's it holding up?
dude. I'm still loving it. Nothing is kind of kept me down on it or anything. I'm getting used to the combat, so I don't die nearly as often. Every once in a while, I miss some dodges and go down, but for the most part, I'm getting used to it, and the swinging is so much fun. That's all I do. I just swing around the city and do all the side missions, and then once I run out of side missions, I'll do another main mission. And then after the main mission, it opens up more side missions. So I do more side missions and collectibles, and then come back and do another main mission. And that's how I'm kind of working through it. So it's still just amazing. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's got a 87 on Metacritic.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it. It's not a perfect game by any means, but I'm having a blast with it. Probably the most fun I've had with a game in a long time. Mm-hmm. So it's just pure, unadulterated fun. It's just so much fun.
Someone had a good point, too, because they're like, maybe this will open up kind of some studios' eyes, like an EA and stuff like that. Not that I don't think EA is doing, everything wrong, honestly. I think the internet thinks EA is doing everything wrong. But with games. I think they're doing some stuff
Right.
right and doing some stuff wrong.
yeah.
But I mean, this is a fastest selling game right now. You know, like this is the best selling game right now, and it's a one player exclusive.
Yeah. Well,
So it's
and
like, you know,
we saw that kind of the revival of that one player experience with God of War. I think we're
yeah, but not like
we
this,
might be
man.
yeah, not like this. I mean, obviously it was different.
Yeah.
This is it's just I really want to see the first player campaigns come back. I enjoy them.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're harder to play because I mean you know that's how we communicate a lot. We talk throughout the day obviously, but at night I mean we both get on Xbox and play, and then so that kind of keeps me from playing PlayStation stuff. But at the same time, like, do I want to play through the story or do I want the camaraderie of sitting there and shooting the shit with you? So.
Right. Well, and also I can't wait to see the numbers on like how many systems this sold. This game.
I know it's
got to be
unreal.
unbelievable.
Mine was a little early. I mean, I kind of did it with God of War, even a little bit after God of War.
Yeah, but you were even thinking about
ultimately,
this.
it was
mainly.
for Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, no. But I'm just excited to see like what happens if some other studios and some of the bigger guys, Activision, EA, all that kind of stuff, look to make exclusive, one player exclusive titles.
Yeah.
Campaign driven titles.
Yeah.
Like I'd love to see that.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see somebody other than the major companies like Insomniac and Naughty Dog and CD Projekt Red. Sorry, I do that every time. See them, some other people make some really good single player campaigns, and instead of the kind of normal, just threw it in there so it's in there type of thing. But no,
Right.
it'd be cool to see some immersive single player experiences for sure.
No, absolutely. I didn't hear about the plane up the butt photo, which sounds fantastic, and I can't wait to see that. But did you hear about the in-game marriage proposal?
No, I did not.
Oh my gosh. So I forget what the guy's name was, Sam or Tyler or something like that. But so this guy reached out to Insomniac like months ago, maybe even a year ago, something like that, and basically said, like I want to propose, I want to, propose to my girlfriend. And
Through Spider-Man, huh?
yeah. So the
That's
devs.
interesting.
The devs put like, I think it was like Mary or something like that. Will you marry me? Or something like that. Or Amanda, will you marry me? So I forget the girl's name. But they put it on one of the theater's signs in Spider-Man. Well, they found out that this guy's actually single now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So the devs have offered up at least to take it out, which is great. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
of them,
that's
but,
good.
Oh my God, that's awkward.
Yeah, that's real awkward.
It's like shit. And this guy's, that guy's bought the game.
Oh,
It's the
yeah,
number one game of
absolutely.
the year.
Yeah.
For sure.
And she probably bought it too. I mean, if he's going to propose to her through the game, she's probably going to play it as well.
Yeah.
So if she powered through that story before,
Hey,
they realized
maybe that changes things,
That's not good.
Maybe that changes things. Maybe it ends
Yeah.
up, getting them back together. Who knows?
Yeah, they'll
that's
get back together. And
It's a hard thing,
Insomniac's playing Cupid. It's beautiful. What
Yeah.
a time to be alive.
In-game marriage proposals, man, never a good idea.
No.
Yeah, I mean, with this, another thing I'm excited to see, and a lot of people are talking about this, is obviously we're going to definitely see more superhero games. I mean, that's a given. Disney is probably all over this right now, trying to figure out what they want to do, because obviously Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man.
Right.
But obviously they give them the Marvel license from Disney. But
It did have the Marvel flip through, their little signature thing they do at all the MCU movies.
Yeah.
It had the little Marvel flip through, which is
Yeah.
I mean, iconic, like, hey, we approve this movie, or we approve
yeah,
this.
for sure.
And so that's really awesome. I mean,
Right.
I think it was something about this was one of the first times that they've done that for a third party or something along those lines. I can't
Right,
remember
yeah. Well,
the exact details,
Probably
but it's
printing money.
right.
like
Oh
crazy.
yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
my God. So with that though, like, who do you think, if this is going to this is going to be like the movies, where now we're going to have these superhero games, and I have no freaking problem with that at all. But
Yeah,
we're going to have like this
I'm
just
on board.
iconic universe of like superhero games for sure. Who
As
do you
long as they're
think
of this caliber, I'm
Oh,
on
they
board.
have to be. This is the bar
Yeah.
set. Who do you think is next superhero that happens, and then who do you actually want?
Who do I think and who do I want?
Yeah.
Well, we'll start with who I want, and I bet you can guess who that is.
Maybe Iron Man.
Nope.
Wolverine?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I know you hate Wolverine, but
I don't hate Wolverine. I never said I hate Wolverine. No, I didn't. Wolverine is okay. I fucking love old school Wolverine where in the cartoon
yeah.
he goes,
Yeah,
careful, there's lasers. What? Lasers? I can't see them. See them. I can smell them. He can smell light, man.
I had to say that to Amber, or I said it to Amber today, and I had to explain why I said it. She's like, what the hell are you talking about?
I've got it in your head. Oh, no, I think Wolverine's a cool dude. If you can be Wolverine and rip people in half and shit like that, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've had a fairly recent Deadpool game, so that's not going to happen. I wasn't a big fan of that one personally, but I think we could either see... I think chances are we might either see. I think the Iron Man's not on the table as much as I'd be on board with that. Given the state of the MCU right now, I imagine he's not going to be around much longer for the MCU, so they'll probably capitalize on.
You don't have to get. You don't have to.
I can see a really awesome Thor game. That'd be pretty cool.
You know what I could see? A full-blown Avengers game.
Just all of them?
Just out of the gate. Yeah, just out the fucking gate. Just boom, throw everybody in there, and that's it.
All right. Yeah, I can get behind that. That's fine.
Just a full Avengers game right out the gate. Just put everybody in there.
Which style Avengers are we talking? Are we talking about like... with old school Hank Pym and like, are we talking old school Avengers? Are we talking new school Avengers?
You're gonna have to do something relatable.
MCU?
You're gonna have to be relatable to MCU.
Nah.
But you can do what Spider-Man did in this instance, where you do the callbacks with like suits and stuff like that. Yeah, that's an easy way, right? That's an easy way to.
Speaking of which, I'm rocking the Scarlet Spider suit.
Nice.
It's so cool. And that's one of my favorite suits in there so far. I'm also working on unlocking some of the tokens and whatnot to get some of the other suits, but it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I can handle that. And what's one of the really cool things about it is you can actually take any of the suits, and they come with like their own special ability, right? Mm-hmm. But you can actually take the abilities from other suits and put them on any suit you want. So you're not tied to a suit based upon its ability, which I think was a fantastic move by them. That's just great. You can have your cosmetics and still have the ability that you want. So I think that was a smart move by Insomniac. They killed it.
I would personally love to see some sort of a Hulk game. I think that would be incredible. Like where you just
man, I just have nightmares of the old school ones, man. They were bad.
They were terrible. You pick
the
car
were
up,
so
where
bad.
You pick the car up and he just goes stiff in like an upper pose, and like he turns his whole body, but the technology wasn't there, so that's also not fair.
Right. Yeah, I remember playing some of the old the Hulk
city?
games on like GameCube, and oh man, they were bad.
Yeah, because they were
bad.
based
You
off
jump
the
through the
first
desert
movie.
just like the movie for like 2 hours, and
like
you smash like one tank, and oh gosh, it was terrible, bad.
Yeah,
but the Wolverine games were also really bad. So
oh
gosh,
yep. Dude,
those were really bad.
You imagine though, you unleash Hulk in like Manhattan, and he just rips through stuff. You can blow through a building, knock stuff over.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty crazy. I'd love to see Hulk.
That would.
But
be
that's the thing.
Cool.
Like every single time you try to isolate one of them, it's like okay, it makes sense just to put like a full blown Avengers game together. That makes more sense, and have the the MCU tie-in and stuff like that.
I feel like at this point, everybody sees them as a full team instead of rather their individuals, which I get. I mean that's kind of the way the MCU has taken us, which is fine. I'm cool with that. But I mean, I'm a big Marvel guy, so I would like to see, dude, if they could make a Punisher game, like a newer Punisher game, Oh, that'd be so
Yeah,
good.
do people
It would
really care
be
about Punisher
similar
that
to
much
like
anymore?
what's that?
Do people really care about Punisher that much anymore?
Yeah, man. They're
Really?
gonna be doing season 2 on Netflix here soon.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I forgot about the Netflix series. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
and it's so good.
Oh, my bad.
I know I say that about a lot of things, but
It's so good.
it's so good.
Oh my gosh.
As I said it, I realized I've been saying that a lot lately.
It's okay. You're playing good stuff.
I'm playing good stuff, man.
It's so
a
good,
time
man.
Good to be
So good to be playing
a bunch of good games.
Such good
and-
things.
Absolutely.
Well, away from Spider-Man, because I'm sure other people listen to
Everybody's-
podcasts and everyone's
yeah.
talking about it. And if you don't have it, you're not the cool kid. That's me right now. Currently, I'm crying inside. Cloud saves, man, on Switch. What the heck's going on? Let the people know about this. What the heck's going on?
So Nintendo has announced, I mean, this was a while back, that they're going to have cloud saves once their online service launches, which is awesome. It's a godsend.
End of September, right?
Second half of September.
Okay.
I think we're still waiting on that direct to kind of
Get the final date. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
It's an amazing thing because currently, if your Switch were to die and you had to get a new Switch, you would lose all of your data. If you have to send it into Nintendo, you lose all of your data. I mean, everything's just gone. So with these cloud saves, which why this wasn't just a patch, I don't know. They could have done this way before the online services, but I get it. They're whatever. They are now saying that it's not going to be on every game, which I get.
No.
For like Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, they worry about Pokemon's competitive scene. They have the competitive scene. They have the, if you were able to trade a character and, revert back to an old cloud save, then you would still have that character, and now somebody else would have that character. And so they're trying to eliminate the chance of cheating there, which I get. They're doing the same thing in Splatoon. And on top of the Pokemon thing, they're also
Splatoon 2?
Splatoon 2, sorry.
Okay.
They're trying to make sure you don't, get certain items or certain ranks or. I'm not a big Splatoon person, so I don't.
I'm not either. Yeah.
I know they rank them and everything like that. So being able to go down a rank and then just revert right back to a higher rank just because I loaded an old cloud save or something like that. So they're trying to eliminate cheating, which I get, but at the same time, it could be harmful. I assume. Super Smash Bros. Is also not going to use cloud saves. I would highly doubt. But yeah, I mean, because there's a ranking system for online for Super Smash Bros. As well, so it'd be the same issue. We've seen it across a couple different games, Dark Souls being one of them. They're finding them on the actual cases of these games on like Amazon and different websites. So that's where we're finding all this information that, cloud saves aren't going to be on all games. Yeah. Now, something for for Zelda, that's a godsend. I mean, you put a bunch of time into Zelda and all of a sudden, your Switch breaks down and you got to send it into Nintendo. When you get it back, you're able to access it again. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And, I mean, you'll have that.
No.
And then, or Octopath. I mean, how would you like to put 80 hours into Octopath on the final boss, and all of a sudden, your Switch just shuts down and breaks, and you can't turn it on? And I mean, the cloud saves are going to be a very vital part of this online service. Which, whether that should be the main component that people are looking forward to or not, I don't know. But It is something that people have been asking for since the Switch was released, and to kind of handicap it like this, it kind of sucks. I mean,
is it as big of a deal as people are making it, or do you think it's not a big deal?
I don't know if it's as big of a deal as people are making it. I mean, I do get it, but at the same time, I see where the issue is, and I see where Nintendo's trying to take the proper response to it, to keep the cheating away from the online services. But It, I feel like they probably could have gone about it in a different way because a lot of these games have cloud saves on other consoles. I mean, other than other than obviously your Nintendo exclusives, but your Dark Souls and things like that, they all have cloud saves. So I feel like it's the easy way to solve this potential problem. I feel like they could have definitely gone about it in a different way, but I also don't work for Nintendo, so
fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah, and on the topic of like Pokemon stuff, they revealed the Pikachu and Eevee Switch and dock combo, which I personally think is pretty cool. I am going to be super stoked to see what I think is. I like the back of it. I'm not a fan of the dock. The dock just kind of looks like someone put like just stickers on. But
I feel like that the dock was a little excessive. But,
yeah, I would like to see the dock in a different color. I think that would have been cooler. They just kind of took like a black dock and then it looks like they just kind of put stickers on it, which is whatever. I
make
mean,
it look like a giant Pokeball.
It's a flat piece of plastic, right? Like, how much can you really do to it without it looking, like it's either like way out there, crazy looking, or make it look like it was, just stickers put onto it. I like the back of the Switch. It's kind of cool, and I like I thought that was neat. The Joy-Con controllers, but yeah, the dock is too...
I would have actually liked to see almost a Pokeball controller or for the Joy-Cons,
where it's
split
like
them, or the red, the black, and the white. I think that would have been cool. I've seen it done on like Etsy and things of that nature, but I feel like if you don't know what those Joy-Cons are, if you aren't keeping up with all that, which I mean, how many people actually do keep up with all that? You would see them and you wouldn't think anything of it. I mean, it's like a brownish orangish color, and
it's
the yellow.
It's a Pikachu yellow and a brown Eevee-ish color. But it would have been cool also to see like some sort of a design element on both those Joy-Cons that kind of took note to the overall design of a character. Like you could have had an Eevee where like you have like maybe like half of it's like white at the top or whatever, and then it goes to brown or something like that, where it's like a white puff or something, or like a fur kind of effect.
And then like a yellow to the brown tip on his tail on Pikachu or something like that.
Or like some lines, like Thunderbolt lines or something. I don't know. The back is cool. I like the back. I think it's cool. You got Pikachu and Eevee's kind of like running around and stuff. I think the dock is a little cheesy looking, and the dock also kind of looks a little too cutesy.
Did you, in the same vein here, did you see the leaked Smash bundle that they're coming out with? Supposedly, sorry.
Is it designed different too?
Yeah, they did a design on the dock. It was a real grainy image. Like you can't really tell what's going on in it, but you can tell that the dock looks a little different, and the Joy-Cons might look different. Like I said, it was a terrible quality image, and it was just a leaked rumor.
I see it here. Yeah, so you got like some characters colliding.
I mean, that kind of brings a little bit of validity to that possible leak, because at the time we hadn't seen any actual, special docks or anything of that nature. So I think to see the Eevee one announced, I think it is actually a potential possibility that the Smash Bros. One is real.
Oh, you know what? I have to apologize too, actually. So, not that anybody really uses them, but the straps. So the strap is actually a Pikachu brown that clips into the yellow Pikachu controller.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like the white fur on Eevee is also the strap for the Eevee side for the minus Joy-Con. So I mean, I'll give you that.
Really, the only time I ever use those is for
kids.
Arms for the kids. Yeah. Yeah. Put arms on and then they go to the punching around and everything, just so they don't throw them
at the TV. Them. Yeah. Right. So the combo includes obviously the Joy-Cons, your Nintendo Switch, and the dock, just like any other thing, but it includes also the Pokeball Plus controller, which is kind of interesting. And it also you can choose. I don't know if you choose I guess you do. So one box has Let's Go Pikachu, and one version is Let's Go Eevee. I would have preferred them like make two separate consoles, where if like I wanted like an all Eevee and one's all Pikachu, that would have been kind of neat. I think that would have been, because
it's simpler to design one design and then
for sure
change the game.
No, I get why they did it. It just it would have been a lot cooler.
It would have been neat. Absolutely, because I mean, at this point, I mean, you're really just picking it either based upon which exclusive you want, or like, you know, you can get certain Pokemon in certain versions, sorry, and that's really the main thing. I mean, your starters aren't even supposed to be able to evolve or anything like that, so they're just kind of there. They do give them. Did you see the trailer that they released that shows that they're getting some new moves? So like Eevee had like a fire move and a water move, and Pikachu even had a water move, which I think that's their way to combat the not being able to evolve or have anything useful out of these starters, really.
Yeah, dude, this Super Smash bundle is kind of interesting. It's like a bluish gray like color to the whole controller, and like I don't know how I feel about that. And it's like the characters are like kind of bluish gray, opaque on the dock.
On the dock.
It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm not even gonna buy another
Switch
console anyway.
Neither am I. I would love though.
It is neat.
I just love for them. Like, I think they're missing out on an opportunity to just package up like those Eevee and Pikachu controllers separately. I don't know if they're gonna do that or not.
They did the Mario Odyssey ones. They did over in Japan. The red, the real bright
they need to
red.
do it in America though.
I know.
It's
all strictly Japan most of the time. Which, I mean,
because you know how many
Nintendo,
people
so
would go out and buy Smash Joy-Cons, even though they're not even going to use them. They're going to use the GameCube controller, but you know.
Speaking of which, I'm all set up for that. I did get my adapter, and I got an old GameCube controller, and I'm ready, man.
Snap, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. We'll have to see what gets announced. I don't know. And speaking of that, we'll have to give our thoughts kind of on Nintendo Direct. Do we know when it's happening, or is it kind of like still postponed?
I have yet to see anything.
Right.
There was a data mine that this last week, shortly after they postponed the first one, that was saying that it might be next Thursday, which would be this Thursday, so in a couple days. As far as an official announcement from Nintendo, I have not seen anything. So I think we're still kind of in the dark on this one. I think they're kind of playing it by ear because the reason this whole Direct was postponed was because of the
earthquake.
The earthquake, correct.
Yeah.
So I think Nintendo's playing it smart, and they're kind of just laying back, making sure that everything kind of gets sorted out over there before they come out and do a Direct. And I think they're concerned with looking insensitive and with the major things that have been happening over in Japan right now. I mean, you can't really blame them. I think it was a smart move to delay it, and I think they'll probably give us a day or the N.
The N on it. So it said Nintendo on it.
Nintendo, yeah. But yeah, I think we'll hear probably a day or two before it actually happens. I don't think they're gonna give us a bunch of heads up. It's got to be soon though, because everybody needs some more news on this online service. So
for sure, yeah, they're cutting it real close.
Second half of the second half of September is going to be here by the time they actually get this Direct out anyway. So they're gonna have to definitely get this out here, get some news out there, because a lot of people are waiting, and a lot of people are unhappy with the state of what they know about the online service. So Nintendo's gonna have to do something to kind of sell people on it, I think. So we'll see.
It's gonna be interesting. What do you? Let's just go through kind of what we think is going to be announced in this Nintendo Direct, and we can kind of go like, we can talk about what's going to be announced, and also kind of like what we would like to see. I guess back and forth, we can figure it out.
Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some more Smash news.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's talking about the story mode that could possibly exist.
Do you think they'll show another
mystery
character?
Mode. I think we'll see another new character, and I think we might see a couple more Echo characters. That's where I'm at. I think we'll see at least one new character, maybe two, a couple Echo characters, and hopefully some news on the story mode. This is a 35-minute Direct, which is actually fairly long by Nintendo standards. Yeah, most of them are about 20 minutes, so 25. So I think we'll see some good info tomorrow. I think a lot of it's going to be dedicated to the online service. I think a lot of it's going to be dedicated to Smash. and we might see some of their stuff. They've been trying to keep these directs pretty close to when these things are coming out. So I don't know if we're going to see a whole lot of stuff maybe for, 2019 or anything of that nature, but I think we will see maybe one or two things. I don't know. I'm hoping for some news on the new Fire Emblem.
So
big
hold on,
Fire Emblem fan.
before we get into that stuff with Smash, you're a Smash expert. So what Echo characters do you think, would you guess that they're going to announce? And what new character do you think they might announce? If they're going to do such things.
Oh, God, man. I don't. I mean,
it's
clue.
so crazy
I would
now.
love to see. A lot of people are going to hate on this because there's already enough representation for the Zelda franchise, but I would love to see Skull Kid. That's the big one I would love to see. That's my favorite game of all time. So to see Skull Kid in there would be incredible. I don't think he would be an Echo character though, because he's kind of unique in his own way. Echo characters, I'm not real sure. I don't know. You could get some people I had seen, recommended like Birdo for Yoshi, but I think they're different enough that wouldn't be the case. I don't think it'd be an Echo character so much.
So you think like Pikachu and Raichu? Because you already do you have baby Pikachu in this one?
Yeah, you can be Pikachu. Yeah.
Can you be not Pikachu? Can you be baby Pikachu in this one? Or?
Pichu? Yeah.
Pichu, yeah, sorry.
Pichu's in there, yeah.
Baby Pikachu. God damn it.
Close enough. Yeah, no, and I'd seen some where people had recommended like some of the newer, like the electric type Pokemon as some like Echo fighters for Pichu, which would be cool. Like Minun and I'm gonna butcher these names. I'm so bad with the names. And the Pulsel,
yeah. and
Minun.
Minun.
Oh,
the two little Pikachu-like characters, two Pichu-like characters that are positive and negatives.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff that that would be a good one, which I can see.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like a tag team.
Some other people have been saying something about possibly having a new Pokemon from like the newest version, Sun and Moon or something of that nature, to have some representation from the newer generation. That would be a wise move as well. I could see that as its own standalone character. I'm not sure what direction they're really going to go with some of this, but as far as Echo characters go, I mean, you could really do a lot of different things.
Oh, for sure. I still feel like Nintendo's holding some massive piece of news back. That
if they announce Waluigi, the internet's gonna break, man. It's gonna lose its mind. Which he's already been shown as an assist trophy, so that usually rules him out unless they make a special exception, because they want to troll everybody. But
I don't know. Well, they trolled last time with
King DDD or
King K. Rool.
Yeah, King K. Rool. Well, he came out as King DD.
Yeah, he came out as King DD, and then it went back to Donkey Kong, and then Donkey Kong left him again, and then it was King K. Rool right behind him, and it's like
right.
So they did a little bit of trolling with that.
They're definitely doing some trolling, and then they've also said Ridley was never going to be in these games, and now he's in there, which I'm interested in for sure, but I don't think it'll be a main for me. I've never been big on the big bulky characters. I like the smaller, faster characters. So
like Falco and stuff like that.
I was big on Sheik. Big Sheik player for a long time. Or Marth. I used Marth a lot.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, son. Whatever it is, I mean, they're gonna kill it. I mean.
This game's going to be massive.
Oh, it's going to be insane. There's going to be so many Switches sold based on that game coming out. It's going to be nuts, dude. Absolutely.
It was a staple of my childhood. I mean, I'm ever since they announced this game, I've been excited.
Oh yeah, I went out
constantly
and bought the
checking
system.
the subreddit.
Yeah.
And any bit of news I can get my hands on for this game, I'm all over it
for sure. So other stuff beyond Smash that you think they're gonna talk about? We both seem to think, obviously that they're gonna talk about the online service and possibly give us a date for that. You still think they're gonna hit September?
So. I don't know, man. Who knows at this point?
I think
they're pretty sure, or they seem to be, like, if they push it back again, I think it's gonna cause more issues than it would help. So I think they need to keep it.
I bet you they push it because they need to perfect this for Smash.
Yeah, like, but they also need to get it out there and get people using it so they can make these adjustments. I mean, nobody's using it currently.
Yeah, but also you have to look at it, right? Like, if Smash comes out, like, I mean, they're going to have to get it out beforehand to test it, like load test it and stuff like that.
Right.
But, like, if the online service launched the day that Smash launched, people would immediately sign up for it online regardless because they want to play people online. So I don't think I'm sure they want to get some people signed up on it for sure to make some cash here and there. But, like,
well, Splatoon is also really popular. I mean,
yeah.
So if you're not able to play Splatoon online, like, people are gonna buy it as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I don't know. I'm gonna put a bet down that they say they push it into October, the start of October, though. Yeah, I don't
start of October.
Well, because man, they would have. Like, they're either waiting to announce some crazy. I know, but they're either waiting to announce some crazy thing to go along with it or whatever, and that's why they're holding it back, or it's just not ready yet. Like, well, it's going to be one of those things where they're like, we're working very hard to get this done for you, but we want to make some changes, so now we're going to have to move it to this. That's my thought on it, I think.
Well, and we're still sitting on only 10 of the games that are coming with it. So,
right,
how you're getting we're supposed to get 20 retro games remastered with online multiplayer, as included with the Nintendo Online service. So far we only know 10 of them. So we're still waiting on the second 10 there to see what comes up there. But a lot of people are hesitant because they feel like $20 a month or $20 a year, is. I mean, they feel like it's placing the bar very low for Nintendo. So Nintendo could be like, well, I mean, you only gave us $20 a year. What did you really expect? So a lot of people are hesitant.
You think that's why they're doing it, or you think that they want to set the bar low, or do you think it hurts them that they didn't make it more?
I mean, this is Nintendo's first foray into the paid online service. They've never, as far as I know of, never done the online service that's paid for. So, and it's not fair to say, oh well, they're trying to be like Microsoft, or they're trying to be like Sony, because Nintendo doesn't care. They're not trying to match those companies.
There's a good chance that this either runs on Microsoft Azure and runs on literally the Windows Live platform. I would suspect that's honestly what's happening. I would suspect that's why Nintendo and Microsoft honestly have come together on crossplay stuff, because Microsoft wants those metrics for Azure and that big cloud money and that cloud spend from Nintendo for all their Super Smash. So that's my thought on that. I would believe that the Nintendo Online service is probably going to run on Microsoft's backend, unless it's already been announced. Good thought. But yeah, I mean, if they're getting buddy about it, like, that's a lot of money. That's a huge metric to have more players. You're going to have two platforms on your back end system. Right. So you're going to be a powerhouse, a mecca, right? Because I think I don't know what Sony uses. I don't know if Sony uses AWS or if they use Google. But I think Sony uses AWS. Real sure.
But I think so too, but I'm not positive on that.
Yeah, those 10 games, by the way, that you're talking about that comes with it is soccer, tennis, Donkey Kong, Mario Bros, Super Mario Brothers, Balloon Fight, Ice Climber, Dr. Mario, which is awesome, The Legend of Zelda, first one, and Super Mario Brothers 3. I'm guessing that the other 10 are just going to be sequels of each one. So, like, there's no way that they got to put, like, a Link to the Past. Imagine being able to, like, co-op.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be sweet. And
I'd
doing,
like to see that for sure.
Like, maybe is it all, so did they say it's only going to be NES? Because these are all NES titles. Are they going to do SNES at all?
They just say retro titles, I believe. So I'd have to double check the wording on there.
I'd probably say that the other 10 are going to be SNES then, because if you look at what's retro to them and what they refer to as retro, it's NES and SNES right now. It's not N64, none of that yet. Not until they release, a retro box or something, like an N64 box or something, will they classify that as retro.
Right.
But yeah, 20 games, I guess, that's kind of cool. The fact that they changed them up and made them so they're playable online, that's really cool. Some of them, that's fantastic. I don't know. I get so worried about the phone app.
It says 20 NES games, by the way.
It's 20 NES?
Yep.
Oh,
I had to go check the wording on there. It says
Okay.
enjoy 20 NES games with added online play for the first time ever, and more games added regularly, which is cool.
Oh wow, that's great. So you
cool.
you could finish the year off maybe with like 30 games.
Yeah.
You paid $20 for that.
pretty
So it's like
sweet.
you're getting like kind of a retro game pass and online
it's
service
like
for
the
$20
NES
for the year.
Classic. Right.
Yeah. No, that's pretty neat. I'm just scared. I'm scared shitless, dude, about the mobile side of things with this. Like, it's just,
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, the mobile app is pointless. I mean, at this point, the only thing really to use it for is to communicate with people on Splatoon, which is a joke anyway.
Yeah.
You should never have to do that. But yeah, I mean, as it stands now, there's very few benefits of having this, but you have to have it if you play anything online, so for me, I mean, I'm going to play Smash. Up until now, I have not done anything really online other than Smash. I've played a few games of Splatoon, whatever. But, I mean, you got your online play, you got your Nintendo, or your NES games here, your save data cloud backup, which is huge, but it shouldn't be rolled into this online service. That should have been standard out the gate. And then you got your online app, which
I disagree with
their
that.
description on the save data.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Really? Because
Well,
it's standard about everywhere else.
They have to store your data.
Well, yeah, but Microsoft does it.
What does Microsoft own?
Well, yeah, but PlayStation does the same damn thing. I mean,
Without
I
having to
don't
have
think-
PlayStation Plus?
Yeah. As
Just
far
right
as
at the
I
gate?
know, yeah, just about everybody does, other than Nintendo.
Is it being hosted on the Xbox servers, or is it being hosted on like a BattleNet server for the cloud save, and then it talks to the Xbox?
I'm not sure. I don't know much about the specifics. I don't know if anybody knows much.
I
about
just
the
feel like
specifics,
if you're a
'cause
company and you're
there've
going in for the first time to do it, there's a lot of stuff where you're holding people's data, right? So if it's if someone's going to pay for it, they're going to sign you sign terms and agreements anyways when you start the damn thing up, right? But I don't know. I don't agree with the whole.
I feel like that's pretty standard in this day and age to have the backups.
But what
I
if
really do.
with a portable system like this?
Even my phone does it for free.
Yeah.
My phone, I can do a full backup on everything on my phone for free. So to say that my Switch shouldn't be able to do the same thing, to just save my save data, just to keep a file that keeps track of where I am and what I have. I feel like that's pretty standard.
Maybe they couldn't. Maybe they didn't want to do it because it is portable. So it's halfway through you're walking and then boom, it gets corrupted. And maybe there's a liability behind that. I mean, at least your cell phone, right? Wi-Fi poops out on your backup and you go to LTE or something like that, right? Or 4G, and
I wouldn't think that's the case if they're bringing it forward now. I mean, they're gonna have it, so
yeah.
I don't see why they would do away with it at the beginning unless they didn't know how to go about it.
There's got to be some sort of technical limitation, big time, or liability.
They figured it out currently, so supposedly. I mean,
but they're not. But they haven't figured it out for everything, right? Isn't that the deal with it? It's not going to be they're still going to move forward, and some games just aren't going to be able to do it, even though they can do it on Xbox and PS4, right? And you're going to pay for the service, right?
It's on purpose. It's not it's
just
not
for cheating.
We couldn't figure it out. I
mean,
but
for Dark Souls,
that's their excuse so far.
Is that going to be fixed for Dark Souls, or is that also for just cheating? Is that the?
Supposedly it's for cheating, because I mean they do have an online component of Dark Souls as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I said earlier in this episode, I mean I don't necessarily agree with the reasoning behind it, but that's the only reasoning we have, because Nintendo has been very, very tight-lipped on this online service. So I don't know what it runs on. I don't know. What some of all I know is the articles I've read. So, yeah,
man, it'd be interesting.
It'll be interesting. I mean, for $20 a year,
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not like, yeah, it's not supposed to be anything incredible. And I think for what it does and what it'll give us, I mean, that $20 a year, I mean, it's not detrimental. When you're talking about paying, $60 for PlayStation and $60 for Xbox and or just paying, $12, $13 for Netflix every month, like
Yeah.
$20 for a year of online service through Nintendo. I'm not gonna miss. It'll be all right.
Do you think that the price will stay like that forever, or do you think it'll go up once they get a handle?
It depends. I think if they add more and more content to, if they get past a certain amount of NES games or they start moving on to the SNES games, I can see it going up slowly. I mean, they wouldn't jump it straight to like, $60, I don't think.
But it'd be like
But I can see them going from 20 to 30 and then 30 to maybe creeping up to 40, depending on how much stuff they get on there,
I can
and
see
it's
them
going to
doing
take
tiers.
time.
I can see them doing tiers of it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like either doing something where it actually becomes either less, or it becomes something where it's like $20 and you get online service, and $30 you get online service and these games that will continue to add 6 games a year, 10 games a year.
See, Nintendo's one of those companies though that they're hard to predict what the hell they're gonna do.
They always
they're
want to do
an
something different, right?
oddball. Yeah, they
That's what I'm
always
saying.
like to do something to keep everybody on their toes, and that's kind of their thing. And so I try not to make too much speculation with Nintendo. I just kind of seem to, hop on this bus and ride it until it's over, because
Like,
I don't know what else to do, in all honesty.
No, like I'd like to see tiers too. Like I'd like to see on Xbox
I'd
a
be all
tier
right with that.
where like you can purchase Game Pass and a year of live, and instead of it
Bundle
being
together.
like well, what is Game Pass a year? It's like $120 a year, right? Yeah, because $10 a month. Yeah, so like instead of $180 or something for everything, you end up spending maybe they do like it's $150 for both for the whole year, and you get a whole year Game
pretty
Pass.
decent discount. And,
Yeah, like I'd like to see tiers like that. I think that would work real well for them business
I
wise.
think so too.
And
Absolutely.
it would allow you to like kind of select and pick stuff. I mean, obviously right now it's all subscription based, so you can just bundle on or not. But
Right.
I can see a lot of people jumping on, be like $150 for the year, or like $140, and you're getting like basically 4 months free of Game Pass or something like that. You're like, hell yeah, let's jump on, let's go for it.
Which and that kind of almost bundles into the stuff that we were talking about. I think it was our second episode where we were talking about the
Streaming.
No, the Xbox All Access, where it bundles in the console and the live and Game Pass and
Game
everything
Pass,
all in one. Yeah,
all in
so
one, yeah.
I think that is actually the route they want to go. I mean,
For sure. To do a tiered system.
We'll see if they start doing a tiered system here soon. I can definitely see it, especially in this next generation as we move forward.
For sure. Multiple SKUs.
I think
where
it'll
you can purchase stuff.
definitely be there. Yeah, absolutely.
So Switch Online, that's covered. We both think that's going to happen. We think Smash is going to be possibly a new character unveiled. Like this would be the last one, I guess, that would be unveiled. And some Echo. You think there'll be other ones that are going to be unveiled?
I think they'll trickle us along.
Shit.
Dude, it's way too early for them to be like, well, this is all the info we got.
There's so many
They've got all
characters
this
in this
meticulous
game already.
I know, it's unreal.
Like, what
it's
in the
unreal
hell?
for sure. But at the same time, I mean, it's only September, and this doesn't come out till December, so they're gonna breadcrumb us. I mean, they're definitely gonna.
So then, how many do you think are going to come out?
I don't know. I could see maybe 3 more, maybe. Have one have one announced in September, maybe a couple Echo Fighters, have one announced in October, and maybe a couple more Echo Fighters. Like I think they're not counting the Echo.
Biggest mic drop in November. Sorry.
Yeah. Sakurai's gonna come out and be like, and we put Waluigi in there, so
And
never ask me for anything ever again.
We've put Miyamoto into the game. And he's Miyamoto. He's a me.
He's a me. Yeah, no, I don't see.
They put Wii Music, cello players and shit.
Oh man, absolutely, that'd be
Oh
great.
god. Hey, they put the Wii Fit check in there.
Yeah, which is bizarre. I mean, that's a
Sold a
weird
lot, man.
choice.
They sold a lot from that.
Yeah, I
a
didn't
big
meet her
thing.
in Smash though. I mean, that's just strange to me.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know.
weird.
I get it, but yeah, it was a little different.
So
whatever.
I've got a prediction for you for this.
Okay.
Right? I think an Animal Crossing is going to be announced.
Yep.
Yeah,
That would
absolutely.
that would be perfect.
And
so here's my thing: is it
Okay.
going to come out on 3DS or is it going to come out on Switch? Are they going to keep just dragging shit along on this 3DS, or
I think
we actually going to move over to Switch?
Well, first of all, the shit that they're dragging is giant bags of money because the 3DS is still printing a shit ton of money for Nintendo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like they just announced a 2DS XL, the new one, and it's a clamshell now.
Yeah, that's been out for a little while.
Is it? Okay, I didn't know
been
that
out
was
for
on.
like at least 6 months.
Oh my god, really? I just saw an ad for it the other
at
day.
least.
I never seen it. But no, the reason I say that is because their Animal Crossing mobile game has made $50 million for them.
Really?
Just their mobile title, 50.
And it's a free download, so that's all in-app purchases.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's all in-app purchases. I don't think there's even ads in it either. So
No,
it's complete.
there's no ads.
Yeah, it's complete in-app.
I played all of about 5 minutes of it, and
Yeah, so
it was.
Here's the thing, man. If they come out with an Animal Crossing on Switch, they're gonna come out with an Animal Crossing bundle, guarantee, because people love it. I mean, it's a massive cult following. I like Animal Crossing. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah,
It's kind of one of
I
those
can
games
get
you just
into
kind
it
of
a
just
little
like
bit.
shoot the shit and just play a little bit, waste a couple hours playing it, build your town out and stuff.
It's one of those games you kind of got to be in the mood for. I mean, and same with like Stardew Valley. I mean, it's kind of a similar concept in a way, but
Yeah.
it's. I have a hard time getting into them because I know it'd be easy for me to get completely lost into them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, it's 4:00 in the morning and you have no clue why you're still awake, and you're like, oh well, I'll just do one more day or whatever.
I bet you they do Animal Crossing Switch and it pairs up with the app.
Yeah,
I think you're going to see that a lot with Nintendo products. You're going to see a mobile SKU come out, and you're going to see a console SKU come out, and they're going to interact with each other because it's just allowing people to purchase more shit in between the two of them. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's fine. That's business.
No, yeah, that's
it's not impeding the game. It's generally cosmetic. Pokemon Go is a totally different thing. I mean, that just enhances the game that much more. But yeah, I really want to see an Animal Crossing. I mean, if we don't see it,
I really want
to
to see it on the Switch.
Yeah, if we don't,
I even have a 2DS, like the flat 2DS. Like,
oh yeah.
So I can play
wedge,
3DS
wedge.
games for the most part. You're right. I can also stop doors with it. But no, and so it's not even a complaint of, well, I don't have that console. Like I'm over it. I love my Switch. And
yeah, but that's because you have a Switch. Of course you're over it.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the people who don't, I mean, I get it. Obviously, you wouldn't on 3DS, but
I still think there's value in owning a 3DS.
Yeah,
I do.
And,
I still think there's an immense
and so does
value.
Nintendo. Clearly,
no, like honestly, there's so many good games that came out on the 3DS. Like,
it's an incredible
if you haven't
console.
owned one by now, like I mean, honestly, pick one up and
yeah,
even just
there's
use one.
so much good stuff.
There's so many good, great games on it. Like I get it from a technical perspective, but I don't know, man. You can go pick up a 2DS, like the Door Wedge 2DS for like $70, and on like Black Friday it's like $50, and it comes with a game.
Right, and there was even a Legend of Zelda one that came with Zelda on it.
Yeah, like let's think about. Let's look at the Wii. Like when they came out with the Wii, and then they came with the Wii Slim Edition. Like how long do they keep selling that?
Yeah, and that's a Nintendo's thing, and I've heard a lot of talk, and I think that the 3DS will continue until there is a cheaper, more affordable version of the Switch. I don't know how they'll do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cheaper than what is there now? Like in material?
Than the Switch.
Yeah.
Yes.
In material
cheaper?
wise?
No. For people to buy. You're talking about $300 for a Switch. Yeah. So the difference, I mean, you're talking about double the price of a brand new 2DS.
No. I get that. I'm just saying, if you're gonna make a cheaper Switch, you can't use the same materials that you use right now.
Absolutely.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna use a lesser quality product.
No, not necessarily. Smaller. Make a mini Switch, something of that nature. I mean, they've done it before. They do stuff like this all the time. Every console generation, there's going to be a rework of something to make it cheaper and more affordable to get it in more hands of players.
Like a new Switch, and it'd be like some really nice screen, like glass screen. Maybe like a nicer body or something on it. I don't know.
Well, I think the thing is, the 3DS and the 2DS and all that, they're so much cheaper that it is a lot easier for someone to go out and be like, oh, well, little Timmy wants a handheld game console.
Yeah,
I can either pay $300 for the Switch,
Right.
or I can pay $150 and get, 3 or 4 games or whatever at least.
Right.
And now, little Timmy has something to play with. And,
Yeah.
Grandma's not going to care what she buys. She's not going to care if it's the latest console or not. She's going to be looking for something that's cheap.
Grandma's trying to screw over Timmy. Grandma's a PlayStation player.
Grandma's like, screw you, Timmy. I'm going to go home and play my PS4 Pro, and you can play this 2DS.
Yeah.
And stop doors with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, but aren't they... Okay, so if they want to do a smaller Switch, the problem is with that is I feel like they would want to do a new Switch and then make what is currently the Switch cheaper, because you have the Joy-Cons and you're kind of limited and constrained by the size that the rails have to clip on the Joy-Cons. So you're either making bigger bezels or you're
What if you
making
can't
a new
detach
Switch.
the Joy-Cons? What if it's a smaller Switch, smaller Joy-Cons?
Well, how can you not
and
detach the
based
Joy-Cons? You have to
because
use them for
then it's
different
no
games.
longer not necessarily. It would be just like the 2DS and 3DS, where the 2DS couldn't play some of the games.
Yeah.
It would be just like that. I mean, it's not beyond
games that the
Nintendo.
2DS
They've done it
couldn't play?
before. Yeah, dude.
Completely?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. There's certain games that say only on the new 3DS.
Huh.
It's not beyond them. They've done it before. If you make a smaller Switch and you
Cheaper.
can't detach the Joy-Cons, it's cheaper now. The screen's
parents are gonna buy it
smaller.
too, 'cause you
All
can't
sorts
lose-
of
you
stuff
can't
of
lose
that. Yeah.
crap on it,
If you get the price of the Switch
you're
down
right.
below $200, it'll sell like hotcakes. And the only difference is now, the dock that it comes with might just be a little bit different. It might be more of a portable style dock, to where now this new smaller Switch fits inside there, and now it still has the same purpose as the Switch. It can still play on the TV or still play handheld, but it's much smaller and doesn't have all of the versatility.
All I know is
I can see it.
Yeah, no, I think you're onto something there. I
don't think that obviously this is going to be in this direct. This is just way
No,
down the
yeah,
line.
We're
Yeah, we
getting
got
off topic, but yeah,
we got on
No,
a tangent there.
I'd
But
love to see. I honestly, I'd trade my Switch in if they came out with a new Switch where they got rid of the bezels, and it was a bigger screen, and it was like a glass
Absolutely.
screen, like a Gorilla Glass, like proper screen.
Yeah.
And that's all. They literally, if they just did that, nothing else. Like if they just did that, I would go trade my Switch in and get a new one.
yeah.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
I just want a bigger screen. I look at the bezels all the time. I'm like, damn it. Like,
I feel like the bezels were. I just don't understand why they went with the bezels. It was just
smaller screen. You don't have to
well,
pay
like
as much.
but then just make everything smaller. Like it's weird.
Uh,
They really didn't need the bezels in there. They could have gone without them. But Nintendo loves their bezels. I mean, look at all the different consoles and all the bezels on their screens.
yeah, but they're not. I
Just
wish,
about everything has had it.
yeah, but like here, I'll grab my Switch right now, and this is I'm unzipping my Switch case.
Yeah.
So
it's
just to let you know, I'm not unzipping my
not
pants.
your pants.
Yeah. No. Well, first of all, the bezels hide a couple things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, the
that's
bezel
fair.
the bezel does act as it does hide, light sensors and stuff like that for screen brightness for auto adjustment.
I mean, to add that as a full screen, how much more would it have really cost them?
Dude, when you're talking, you got to make millions of these things. It adds up.
Yeah,
Also,
it can
you
add
gotta
up, but you can also
understand,
charge more
too.
for it then.
Yeah, but I don't think
They
I
could have
don't-
made up for
I don't
it.
know if Nintendo takes losses on their consoles. I
I
know
don't-
Sony and
I don't
Microsoft
think they do.
and so that's the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
and we
maybe this
figured
was
that
one of their
out a
things where
while
they're
back. Like
Yeah.
Xbox was making like $20-$30 off of their ones.
well, even after that, you put in marketing
Well,
and stuff,
yeah,
and
and that's
sales,
right.
and
But I don't think Nintendo takes a loss on their consoles either.
right. So you
I'm
sit there and
pretty
you're
sure-
like, okay, well, hey,
right.
we can sell this, and it's
Well, except for the Wii U.
well, that was just a loss based on actual product.
I know.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Like if they made a Switch, I'm looking at it right now. If they made a Switch where it was just a little bit bigger screen, like even just a tiny bit bigger, not something.
You would gain like a 3/4 of an inch from like diagonal to diagonal.
Yeah,
That'd be
like
about
something
it.
like that. But more or less, just like maybe a nicer screen, like an OLED or something like that, so that it
glass
saves
rather than plastic.
Well, glass like Gorilla Glass, yeah, but more in case like like an OLED screen. Something that would preserve quite a fair bit of battery power.
Yeah.
Something that can just hold its value, its color values, right, so that it doesn't bleed the battery out. Something like that would be fantastic, and a dock that had like fuzz on the inside of it.
So you didn't scratch the hell out of your Switch.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just a terrible design.
Yeah, that was rough. That was
a bad move.
That was not a good. I mean, if you don't have a screen protector on your Switch, you need to not you, Jeff, but anyone listening, you need to go put a screen protector on it because you will ruin your Switch,
and
it'll be a bad day.
If this is like a nitpicky one, but if they could make something where it didn't need to use the fan, like they went like solid state and stuff on the inside of it, and like was like a real, like I mean you could. It's the Nintendo Switch is such a great piece of technology, but it's also such a dumb piece of technology at the same time. I mean, if you take a look at like the new MacBooks, essentially they have like the iPad chip in them,
right?
And then they're just kind of on steroids. And so the chip inside of that MacBook is like a just not the MacBook Pros, but like the MacBook is tiny. It's the size of like a cell phone that runs a whole computer. And that there's no heat, there's no need for any sort of fans, anything like that, because that fan draws power, right? I mean, absolutely. That's drawing so much power from things, and they have all those heat sinks and stuff, and it gets hot sometimes too.
It's strange because Nintendo kind of has a tendency to do this. It seems like they make advances in technology all while taking steps back at the same time. Like, yeah, I can take games on the go, but it's also still running a fan which uses power, which and there's it's a good mixture of like new and old, but at the same time it kind of counteracts itself.
I've never timed it too. What's like 2.5 hours of battery power on the go, like full brightness?
Depending on what you're playing.
Okay.
I think some things you can get almost like 4 hours. I think I usually average about, I don't know, 3 hours maybe. Yeah. Like Octopath, I think I get 2.5 to 3.
I would also like to see a better kickstand.
Oh God, yes, absolutely. That kickstand is awful. I don't even use mine. I refuse to use it.
I constantly open it and then it like snaps off and I shit my pants, but then I go, wait, it's okay.
Yeah, and I did
supposed to be able to do
did that swap on mine, so I have like the see-through green, the forest green.
Yeah.
And that kickstand that came with that, believe it or not, is even worse. It's awful. If I try to pop it out, it like breaks off. I don't know what happened.
Oh boy.
So I don't use the kickstand. I just prop it up against something.
Okay, so some other stuff we think coming to Switch. I think we're obviously going to have like an indie showcase of some more titles coming to the system. Some ports.
I think it'll be like a quick little run through, like what they've done in the past, where
not
it's
some
just,
big
like,
announcement. It's gonna be like a compilation.
It'll be like just throw a bunch of them in, a couple minute video and color it good.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think you're gonna see some more Pokemon Go news, some more Hey You Pikachu, and not Hey You Pikachu.
Hey You Pikachu.
What a game that was on the N64.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna see more Pikachu and Eevee news,
absolutely,
and stuff for sure as we're leading up to it. I think we're gonna see some big close. Port though. I really do. I think we're gonna see a big game get ported to the Switch.
I've seen rumor of some sort of a Call of Duty port or a Call of Duty news for the Switch. It probably won't be a direct port, obviously, but which Call of Duty and Activision they've played well with Nintendo in the past. So
they did the
I
Wii
can
U.
see it. Yeah,
the Black Ops.
The Wii U. I remember playing Call of Duty 3 on the Wii. So yeah, good stuff there.
Maybe they'll bring. This is also news for people. If you have a PlayStation 4, Blackout. Is it Blackout or Blacklist? Blackout, right?
Blackout.
Blackout's available.
It's the private beta right now.
Is it private beta?
For people who pre-order. Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you pre-ordered on it, Blackout, you can play that. It looks fun. I mean, it looks fantastic.
It does.
I'm not a massive Call of Duty guy anymore, but it looks really well done.
I'm
Like,
not
I think
big
it
on
will.
Battle Royale or Call of Duty, but it still looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's gonna really contend though with
like
Fortnite and PUBG.
That's a beautiful combination of games there for
Oh,
sure.
I think it's gonna hit PUBG really bad. I think it's gonna take a little nick
Absolutely.
out of Fortnite, but not much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Nah.
we'll see
Yeah.
some big port. I don't know what, but I think we'll see something that we didn't expect. For it to be in
I
that
could
direct.
see maybe just a Battle Royale mode of the new Call of Duty on the Switch for
And you know
maybe
what I'd
$40
love
or
to see
something.
on the Switch? I'd
That'd
love
be-
to see in
that'd be alright.
Overwatch.
Yeah, there's been rumor of that.
Has there
which,
really?
Again, there's rumor of everything anymore, but
Right.
they've actually talked to some people at Blizzard, and they've said, hey, well, with the Diablo 3 coming out, they're like, well, what's going to go on with Overwatch? Are we going to get Overwatch on the Switch? And he's like, well, our team that worked on Diablo 3 worked on Diablo 3. We tasked them with that. He's like, if the Overwatch team wants to take it up, then yeah. But initially when the Switch came out, they're like, hey, no, Overwatch can't run on the Switch. Well, Paladins has been out, which is similar to Overwatch. Very different, but similar at the same time.
Yeah.
It has been out. And
The problem is the online
in that
component.
in that interview with Blizzard, he also said, hey, no, Overwatch definitely can run on the Switch. We can make it happen if we wanted to. Now, if the Overwatch team takes that up, that's on them. So
Yeah. My only fear with that is, and I'm sure it's referred to as the online component. Like, I think that's the game where they're going to want to see and look at what comes out for online. Or they're already in talks with Nintendo about it.
I agree.
Because that's all online based. It's a completely online game.
Yeah. The online has to be very, very good in order to run Overwatch. And like I said, right now we're running Paladins, and I've played a few rounds of Paladins, and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's some big games coming. I mean, like Warframe's coming to Switch. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's
a pretty big
insane.
game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Like absolutely insane. I am impressed. Tickle me impressed. For
yeah,
sure.
no, for sure. The studio that is doing the port is unreal.
That's Panic Button, isn't it?
Yeah, Panic Button. Mm-hmm.
Panic. They are insane. They're the same people who brought Rocket League over. They brought Doom. They brought Doom over.
Yeah,
That was them as well. Wolfenstein.
yeah. No, they're
Wolfenstein, sorry.
port masters, man.
They're geniuses.
Oh,
They're
they
so
absolutely
good
are.
at what they do.
Dude, it takes a lot to do that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like a
And
lot.
right now they are leading the pack and porting things over to the Switch, which is impressive because
Oh, yeah,
that is
they're
a
laughing.
challenge in itself for sure.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. It'd be interesting. So let's just do a recap here. So we think they're going to give a date to when the online's going to go on and possibly show more features about it, which would be
Smash
great.
news.
Yeah, lots of Smash news probably. I think that's going to be a large block of it, obviously. I hope there's an Animal Crossing. It smells like Animal Crossing might be announced. Maybe they do like an Animal
You can
Crossing.
smell it?
No, maybe they do an
smell it.
Animal Crossing announcement for like they have the villager in this one, right? But maybe they do like someone else.
I think
And
he
then
came on board in what,
segues.
4?
Yeah,
Is that right?
and then maybe it segues out to like a different and we're making a new Animal Crossing. But Animal Crossing, obviously some sort of a big news of a port coming, something from a big studio, I believe.
Yeah. I'd be okay with maybe some Bayonetta news. Bayonetta 3.
Ooh, okay, some Bayonetta. Okay,
That'd be pretty cool.
and kind of like a indie title compilation.
Yeah.
And I bet you
Like
we
to
still
see
see some 3DS games get released.
Yep, there is some 3DS news in there. They did get that out of the way.
Well, there
They
we go.
did say that right off the bat. But do you think we're going to see anything on Fire Emblem? Comes out, I think March next year.
I don't think so.
You think they're going to wait on that one?
Yeah, I think you see more Labo stuff.
Dude, they didn't even announce the name for the new Fire Emblem until E3.
Yeah.
That was
I know.
rough. It was supposed to come out this year, and they're like, "Oh, well,
it's called this. Here you go. Here's a logo.
Dave just made this up in the back, so we're gonna roll with that."
Yeah, it's like a doodle.
It's on a napkin.
Yeah, napkin with some red pen, not even
Right.
blue. Yeah, no, I think you're gonna see that. I don't think you're gonna see. Fire Emblem stuff.
Fire Emblem.
But I think you're gonna see Labo stuff. I think they're gonna do a big push for holiday season for Labo. They just announced that the car stuff, right? Just a little short while ago.
Yeah,
so.
the vehicle pack.
Yeah, and I don't know how Labo's doing, but we'll have to see, and we'll have to see that. But my guess is Nintendo always wants to announce things, like they'll try things out before holiday season. If it starts selling stuff, they'll go ham on it, and they'll do a bunch of other SKUs of it for the holiday season, because I mean that's where they make most of their money. So,
well, yeah,
I see maybe Labo. I don't know, maybe some new Joy-Con controllers, new colors.
I'd be cool with that.
I'd be down with that.
I can't believe they have not capitalized on some of their biggest IPs, like capitalizing on the Zelda ones. You got your Power A controllers, which are your wired.
Yeah.
They don't have rumble or anything like that. Like,
which sucks.
I can't believe we haven't seen some Joy-Cons.
I can't believe we haven't seen Pro
designed
controllers
or
by
Pro
Nintendo.
Controllers. We have a couple. There's a couple. There's the Xenoblade one, and
okay, yeah.
Oh, what's the other one? There was another one. I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, we've seen a couple.
Like base characters. I'm talking about like Mario.
Yeah.
Yoshi.
Mario,
Pro
Zelda.
controller.
Yeah.
With the rumble and everything, wireless.
Like what Power A has already done for their controllers. Yeah, you would think Nintendo would be all over that. Right, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's not even a rumble in those wired controllers.
I know.
They work for no more than what they are. I mean, I have one. I have the Zelda one, or one of the Zelda ones.
Which looks cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome, and it works for.
Just missing
for
rumble.
$20, it was worth it. But yeah.
No.
It's not my go-to controller by any means.
Tape a Joy-Con to the bottom of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or your phone, and just get your buddy to text you all the time every time you take a hit.
Right.
I would love to see like a duo pack. Like, I think it's the perfect. Like, you can make a Donkey Kong and a Diddy Kong Joy-Con. You can make a Mario and a Luigi Joy-Con. A Mario and a Peach Joy-Con. A Bowser, a Baby Bowser. Wario,
it seems so
Waluigi.
Obvious that it hurts, but they still haven't done it yet.
I know.
What's going on here?
Like, oh my gosh. You could do...
You give me Link and Zelda, I'm all over it. I will go out and buy them right now.
You could be Link and Tingle.
And Link up. Okay, now you really sold me. Absolutely.
Man, they came with Tingle and Waluigi.
Oh, man.
Be printing money.
Dude, Tingle was in Hyrule Warriors. I don't see why they couldn't do it.
What
so
if Tingle's in Smash?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God, Brody.
I will learn everything about that character, and I will main him. That will be my main character.
Tingle in Smash. And his little dumb sounds.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he makes some messed up sounds, man. Oh. Yeah. Majora's Mask, man. That's my game. And he was odd in that game. He was an oddball for sure. Just the weirdest character ever.
What if like they come up with Tingle, and because Tingle's voice changes in every game, right?
Yeah.
So instead of going, instead of he comes out and he's like this, like
gets a real deep voice.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey there. Y'all come back. That's it, man. Tingle's coming to Smash. You heard it here first. That's it. First. Tingle and Smash. His ultimate is he grows like 30 times his size, and he just starts smashing people. And he goes, okay.
So we're gonna mark this as officially confirmed, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Officially
gonna happen.
Confirmed. Good Lord.
Place your bets now. Yeah.
All right. Well, before we close out the show, what are we playing? I mean, you and I are playing Rocket League, where we're enjoying the new version of Rocket League. By the way, join our club on Rocket League. We got a Diggity Podcast Club on Rocket League, and we're on there almost every damn night playing Rocket League. You've got Rocket Pass. I do not. You are trying the paid. I'm seeing what it's like for free. If I want to buy it, I might buy it. I do see the value in it. I really do.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
There's a lot of neat stuff
so far.
I like it. I think it's a lot better than the whole decryptors in the chest.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think it's a way better method.
I'm happy to get away from that.
I think it's also a way for them to do less, like... Do you think they're still going to do seasonal stuff? Or do you think they're just going to fit the seasonal stuff into the tiers for the pass?
As
guess
far
not,
as the
because you're gonna
seasonal
make-
rewards for like being champion and
Yeah, I
grand
guess
champ and
I
stuff
guess
like
you
that.
can just still be no like seasonal stuff like winter, Halloween,
Oh,
springtime,
yeah, no, they'll
summertime.
definitely do that. I think they'll definitely still.
You think they'll switch from
fit
that
that
rather
in
than
there.
giving you flowers or whatever, and you cash in the flowers for whatever you need to get?
I don't know. I hope they keep those events. I actually really enjoy those events. They really get me to play because
Right.
I'm a completionist and I like to unlock everything. So I think that's a fantastic way to catch people like me. And they're like, yeah, if you want to play this and you want to get all this, you have to come play, this many games or whatever. I hope they still do those. I really enjoy those. But I think the Rocket Pass might just be kind of on top of that. I think they could go hand in hand.
And you see complete value in Rocket Pass for now, because I even see it looking like watching you use it. I'm like, oh, that's
yeah.
a decent thing.
I mean, you get XP boosts and things along the way. I am not a huge component of most of the passes like that. Like I tried the Fortnite one and I earned it back the first season I played, but the second season I'm over the game. In all honesty, I've moved on. I don't feel like doing challenges anymore. So my
enough.
Rocket Pass will die this go around. Or sorry, not Rocket Pass. My Battle Pass will die this go around, and I will not be renewing it. But I play a lot of Rocket League. I thoroughly enjoy Rocket League.
Oh yeah.
And I will probably buy Rocket Pass every season.
Wow.
As bad as that is.
Dang. And
Yeah.
so on
There
top
it
of
is.
Rocket League, I'll be playing. I'm still pushing my way through Rabbids. I'm gonna finish it, by God.
You were supposed to finish it this weekend, man. I'm disappointed.
Dude, I had so much stuff. I'm moving now,
Yeah.
so I'm just
Out of nowhere.
shit keeps happening.
Here we
right?
go.
Yeah, moving to Indiana now, and then it's like there's all this stuff going on, and I'm in Toronto this weekend, so I hope this weekend Janelle's gonna drive a little bit in between everything. So I'm gonna take some time and play a fair bit on my Switch and try to work some stuff out on that.
Yeah, I'll be rocking through Spider-Man and playing some Rocket League and then probably Destiny, the Forsaken expansion. I still have not gotten back to that because Spider-Man has captivated my attention for the time being. And it might be like that until I beat it because I'm completely engrossed in this game.
Right.
But yeah, no, Rocket League to just get on there and talk with you and some Spider-Man, man.
Well, hey, man, before we go, again, this podcast was sponsored by Audible. And so for you, the listeners of Diggity Podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. Right now, I'm listening to Algorithms to Live By Brian Christian and Tom Griffiths. It's kind of the computer science of human decisions. Really nerdy stuff, but I get into it a lot. Basically, to download your free audiobook today, you can go to audibletrial.com/Diggity, Diggity. Again, that's audibletrial.com/Diggity, Diggity for your free audiobook and free 30-day trial. You can cancel right after trial if you want to. It doesn't matter. But honestly, I have it. I kept it. And in fact, I signed up for Audible from a different podcast after hearing about it. And I like it. There's a lot of stuff that I do in a day, and I listen to podcasts, and so I was like, let's try audiobooks. And so I've done it, and I've been able to get through a lot of books. And I at first thought I wasn't going to retain the knowledge from it, but I kind of retain it better than even just reading it myself. So I pick up a lot of things, and sometimes I like rewind and want to hear it again to get it down. I've read a lot of business books on there and marketing stuff, and it's awesome. Love Audible.
It's easy to gloss over when you read it. When somebody else is reading it to you, you tend to retain it a little better.
For sure. No, absolutely.
No, it's a absolutely valid way to listen to books.
Hell yeah.
And gain more knowledge.
So, like we said at the start of the show, follow us on Twitter at Jeff J. Zuck, JEFFJZUK. You can also follow Brody on Instagram at BRODYFULTZ, Brody Fultz. And you can follow us, the podcast, Diggity Podcast, on Instagram at Diggity Podcast. You can also follow me on Instagram at Jeff James, I believe. or at Jeff J. Zuck, I think, also on Instagram. I don't know.
I think that
I'll
one's
figure it
Jeff
out.
James. I'm not
Is it
positive.
Jeff James? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out next show.
Yeah.
Whatever. If you want to leave a review, if you like this podcast, please leave a review on iTunes, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to. It helps the show a ton. Lets more people know about the show, and spreads the great word of video games around. And with that, until next time, guys, we'll see you later, and see you for the Friday show.